Excuse me, miss. Do you happen to know where the Vespara Hotel is? My driver seems to have completely lost his sense of direction tonight. We've been circling the same 3 blocks for the last 20 minutes. I figured as much. You don't look like someone who lives around here either. 1 second. Victor, hand me my umbrella. Thank you. Hey, thanks for your help anyways. But I couldn't help but notice something. Are you lost, kitten? What are you doing out here alone at this hour? In this weather? Is someone coming to pick you up? A friend or family? Hey, look at me for a second. You don't have to be afraid of me. I'm not here to cause you any trouble. Promise. It's just, a woman like you, dressed the way you are, and standing alone in a neighborhood like this after dark. You stick out, like honey left out for bees. And trust me, there are people around here who notice that kind of thing. A dead phone battery, you say? That's almost funny because so is mine. See, completely useless. The gray screen of death. Looks like we both chose the absolute worst possible night to lose contact with the rest of the world. But at least we're in the same boat, right? And we got a laugh out of it too. Most people don't even manage that when they're stuck in the rain.
Sir, I think the GPS is finally working.
Is it? Let me see. All right, good news. The hotel is only a few blocks west. Straight shot and no more circling. I can give you a ride there if you'd like, or if you'd rather, I can take you all the way home, wherever that is. No pressure either way. Of course you can't, and you shouldn't. Getting into someone's car at night is a risky request, no matter how polite they seem. I completely understand. Victor, head to the hotel and check us in. I'll be there shortly.
But sir, it's pouring and...
I'll meet you there, go on.
Right away. I'll see you there.
What? You honestly thought I was going to drive off and leave you standing here all night in this weather? What kind of man would that make me? Here, put this on. And I'd like if you stood a little closer. I only have one umbrella, and I'm not about to let you get any wetter than you already are. There. Better? Yes, I'm sure. And don't think I can't tell the difference between raindrops and tears, my lady. You've had a rough day. I can see it in your eyes. In the way that you're holding yourself. I just, want to help. Even if it's only a little. Even if it's just walking with you for a few blocks. Who am I? Just an average man walking a stray kitten home in the rain. Nothing more complicated than that. All right, you caught me. The Vespara Hotel gave it away. You're sharper than you look. And that's saying something. I work in business. For a company most people only ever read about in the news. I'm not from this side of the city. I was here for meetings all day, back to back. The kind that drain the life out of you. That's why I don't know these streets very well. First time in this particular neighborhood, actually. It is. Oh, the jacket feels nice. Well, that jacket is from a high-class brand. The kind they don't put in regular stores. Well, you see, there are regular brands that you and everyone else buys. Then the ones people go into debt for. And then the ones that simply aren't available to most people, no matter how hard they save. So, try not to drop it in a puddle, alright? I'd hate for it to get ruined on our first night out with someone new. You're taking this so seriously, it's almost adorable. I own about 50 of them. If it gets ruined, it gets ruined. The rain's already done half the job anyway. But enough about coats and hotels and my ridiculous wardrobe. Tell me about you. Why were you still out here this late at night? What happened? Right. Interviews can be merciless. They keep you there all day and ask every question under the sun. Make you feel like you're performing for your life. And then they still say no with a polite smile. That's a special kind of exhausting. The kind that sits in your chest for days. You know, you could have walked back inside and asked to use their phone, you know. Or at least charged it for a few minutes. Oh, I see. Someone's got a bit of pride. I get it more than you think. I probably would have done the exact same thing. Walking back in after a rejection feels like handing them another chance to look down on you. If it helps, I have a theory about why they didn't hire you. I don't think it was your ability. That much is obvious. You're sharp. You carry yourself well. And you think before you speak. And you have presence. Sometimes companies simply won't hire a woman who looks the way you do. Some people feel threatened. Others get distracted, and either way, it happens more than people are willing to admit. I've sat in those rooms and I've watched it happen. No, I've seen it more than once. In boardrooms, hiring meetings. It's ugly, but it's real. The world doesn't always play fair, no matter who you are or how hard you try. Talent isn't always enough. I didn't come from money, you know, not even close. Everything I have came from the opportunities at the right time. And a lot of long, lonely nights where I questioned if any of it was worth it. And then sometimes those opportunities show up when you least expect them. In the strangest of places, like a rainy bus stop. Which brings me to something I've been thinking about since the moment that I first spoke to you. How would you like to work for me? When I come home from trips like this, there's always a mountain of paperwork waiting. Filing and organizing, handling correspondence, and keeping everything in order so I don't drown in it. And we recently lost our private chef. That position is open too. If cooking is something that you're good at, or even you're willing to learn, we can figure out the details together. The pay would be more than fair. But I'd need you by my side all the time. And you never have to stand in the rain waiting for a bus again. Well, because when you live the life I live, you can't just hire anyone. People can be bought, documents get leaked, food gets interfered with. Trust is rarer than money. But you were sitting alone in the rain with a dead phone. Too much pride to go back inside and ask for help. That tells me more about your character than a resume ever could. The opportunity doesn't always knock politely. Sometimes it just stops the car, opens an umbrella, and offers you a coat. Still following us. Keep your head down for a moment and walk with me this way. Stay close, come on. Just keep it down for a sec. There's a man who's been watching you since the moment I pulled up. He started following us the second we left the bus stop. Same dark jacket. Same pace. Could be a coincidence or could be something else. All I know is I'd rather not bloody my jacket. Just stay close to me, alright? We'll wait here under this awning for a minute until he passes. You don't have to. I didn't do it for the thanks. Well, since you insist, you're welcome. Truly. I'll make sure that you get home safe tonight. That's a promise. No matter how long it takes. And here we are, the Vespara. I do have a question for you. Would you like to eat something? They have an excellent kitchen here. Anything that you want. My treat. You've had a long, hard day. You shouldn't end it on an empty stomach and a heavy heart. Yes, the pleasure would be entirely mine. I haven't had a real conversation with someone who wasn't trying to sell me something or impress me in longer than I care to admit. So, what do you say? Would you join me for dinner? Just for a little while. Let me take care of you tonight.